Lift your hand, maybe don't be scared of the things that could go wrong along the way. You'll get by with a smile. You can't win at everything, but you can try. Baby, you don't have to worry, 'cause there ain't no need to hurry. No one ever said that there's an easy way. When they're closing all their doors, they don't want you anymore. This sounds funny, but I'd say it anyway. Girl, I stay through the bad times, even if I had to fetch you every day. We'll get by with a smile. You can never be too happy in this life. In a world where everybody hates a happy ending story, it's a wonderland that can make the world go round. But don't let it bring you down. Turn your face into a frown. Get along with a little prayer and a song. Yes! Warm greetings, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from right now, and welcome to JhermiNATION PV, our hub for health, arts, and business. And this is Jeremy, your host here in London. And I take it you're all doing well and keeping safe wherever you are right now. And please, hello, Susan Labjoy. Thank you for watching. Please write on the comment box any questions, suggestions, or any violent reactions, right? And of course, thumbs up and some love or some hearts will be very much appreciated. So don't be shy, give it a try. Hit those buttons now. So before we proceed, let's just every time I go on a live stream here on Facebook Live, I always do this one. Let's pause for a minute of silence and let's all remember all those people who died of COVID-19, those who are fighting for their lives, those who are infected of COVID-19. So let's pause for 1 minute. Let's remember them. Let's all pray for them. We are the keeper of light, so others can see it. So, there you go, our very special guest for tonight. So, I will introduce him to you now. So, he is actually a six times world British champion in martial arts, especially this stick fighting, weapons, hands, everything. And he is also an actor, a stuntman, and he is an instructor of martial arts. He's got his gym, he's got his courses, and he is also a member of Philippine chapter UK. So, without further ado, are you ready for our guest, special guest for tonight? All welcome, the master of martial arts. Let's all welcome. 4, 3, 2, connecting. It's coming, it's coming. Susan Lovejoy, thank you for watching. Connecting, connecting, connecting. And he's a very good actor, he's a very good stage actor. There you go, Mr. Ermar Alexander. Hello, welcome. Welcome, Ermar. Can you hear me? Can you hear me properly?
Yes, yeah. Thank you for having me.
Right, great, great. Can you greet our viewers right now?
I can hear you.
All your friends?
Yep. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for watching.
Where are you from in the Philippines, Ermar?
My parents are from Cebu City.
Oh, so greet all those Cebuanos watching now.
Yeah, hi, all Cebuanos if you're watching. Thank you for watching.
Great, great, great. Before we begin, I always do this in my live stream. I always have these quick fire questions, right? So the first thing that comes into your mind, right? Just to warm you up a little bit and we get to know you a little bit as well and just have a little bit of fun, right? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Great,
Yep.
great, great. Are you ready? Are you ready
Yes,
for the
sure.
quick
Yeah.
fire
Yes, yeah.
questions? Okay.
Yeah.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Wine. Sleep or eat?
Yes. Sleep.
Sleep, right? Demi Moore
Yeah.
or Sharon Stone?
A what?
Demi Moore or Sharon Stone?
Hard one. Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone. Yes.
Yeah.
Weird or crazy?
Crazy.
Crazy. Great, great. Night out or stay in?
Night out.
Night out. Are you Papa's boy or Mama's boy?
Neither.
Neither. Okay. Money or fame?
Neither.
Neither. Okay, that's fine. What is your guilty pleasure? Guilty pleasure.
Scratching my back.
Oh, oh, that feels nice. I want to scratch on my back now.
I've got an itchy
What
back
was the
now.
last thing? You feel itchy now. Okay,
Yeah.
what was the last thing that you Googled?
Can't remember. Oh, I know.
Yep.
Some project I'm on. I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
Yeah, something I can't say.
Something you can't tell. Okay, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. Fair enough.
Sorry.
Apart from your face,
Sorry.
apart from your face, which body part do you look most in the mirror?
My toes.
Your toe. Oh, look at that. Randy
Yeah.
Battaglia. You know Ran's Battaglia, the Joker, diba? He was my guest. And he said exactly the same thing, the toes.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Randy? Thank you for watching, Randy. Um, what is the lie that you recently told?
A white lie. That I don't eat much meat.
Oh,
I lie
okay.
because I've been eating a lot of meat since lockdown.
Oh, okay. Great, 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 great. So, what would you tell your 20-year-old self?
Make sure you study.
Okay.
Yeah, and get into acting earlier.
Oh, that's good. Start them young.
Yeah.
Great, great, great. Thank you for
Yeah.
that, Ermar. So
Thank you.
tell us who Ermar in a nutshell. Who is Ermar in a nutshell? We want to know you more.
Adventurous.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Not afraid of doing things new.
Okay.
And
Great.
person that would never give up, would always strive to
Great.
do things. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. How long have you been here in UK?
Um, Gosh, 1986. When I was
Oh,
about 8.
96. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah.
Long time. I was here 99. So yeah. Okay. All right. So is your life here in UK you thought it would be?
No, not really, because I was born in Cebu, in a coconut
Okay.
plantation bay.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I guess this is totally different. I guess if I stayed in Philippines, it'd totally be a different life, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us how you started in martial arts. When did you
Yeah, it's
find
just
out that
by
you had that?
well, I started in karate first, so I've always into martial art movies, like watching Jackie Chan all the time, or the old kung fu movies back in the 70s and the 80s.
Okay.
So I've always been watching
Mm-hmm.
films a lot since I was young. So it kind of developed and grew from there. So I started with karate at first. I didn't actually start Filipino martial arts until I was 21, when one of my best
Oh.
friends, who was an English guy, who introduced me to
Mm-hmm.
it, said, "Oh, you got your own martial arts." I went, "Wow, I didn't know." And my mum didn't even tell me about it, so it was a shock.
Oh, okay. So
And the fact
obviously,
it was from
Jackie Chan
Cebu as
was your.
well is even worse. So
Ah, okay.
yeah,
So who was your inspiration or influence in martial arts? You mentioned about Jackie Chan. Is there anybody else who influenced
yeah,
you
I
to
would say
to?
Jackie Chan more than Bruce Lee. Yeah, Jackie Chan because I kind of relate. I love comedies. I love his facial expression and he's just nice to. He's playful. Yeah, he doesn't show off that he's good at it. He makes a fool of himself, but he's good at the same time. I think I like that kind of character.
Oh, okay. Great,
Yeah,
great, great, great. So you were a six times, right? Six times world and British champion in martial arts. Um, Tell us about the
yeah, but
sacrifices that you had to
yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Tell us.
a lot. I mean, training in martial arts is it's a lifetime kind of work. It's really um, you have to put your body and soul into the training, especially at a world championship level. So it's like
Yeah.
3 months of continuous training and all get your cardio and believing in yourself. I mean, it took me
Mhm.
3 years in order for me to win a gold medal. I was at the point giving up because all my
Okay.
other friends were doing so well and I wasn't.
Hmm.
Until I found a fantastic ingredient on how to go on about getting better. And from after 3 years of competing, I
Hmm.
finally managed to win my very first gold medal in 2004 in
Hmm.
Cebu. And I started
Oh,
screen martial art 99. So sorry, it'd be more than that, it'd be 5 years actually. Yeah. So my first world championship was 2004 in Cebu City.
okay. In
Yeah.
Cebu City. Wow. So, what is the one key attribute to your success in
I
martial
think
arts?
one key is believing in yourself and not giving up. And at the same time, it's what I've formulated in my acting career as well, or my stunt career at the moment, is believing in yourself
Hmm.
and always, if you dream about it, do it. There's always ways of finding that particular goal work for you. Obviously, it has to be a believable goal. You know, you can't go and turn around. I want to be a president of the Philippines tomorrow. Yeah, so it has to be a reachable goal. Yeah, but of course, if you're
Exactly.
believing in such something that you dream doing, you have to do the work. So a lot of it is down to hard work, not just dreaming about it, and not giving up that hard work. Always push yourself through. And I think I've achieved that in acting because of my martial arts. It's giving me that
Oh,
drive
okay.
to always push and always finding things little bit here and there and always help people as well. That's the main goal as well. Always help people on the way on your success.
All right. Great. So, you made a lot of sacrifices, obviously, in order to reach that stage and that level of,
Yeah.
world British champion. You made lots of sacrifices. What would you, in all those sacrifices that you made, what would you wish you could have changed or have not sacrificed or would you have done differently?
Um, maybe the time, maybe the time I spent on certain things. Maybe I should have done it shorter. Um, I was sometimes wish I probably started in the acting career a bit earlier, or maybe, but at the same time, I didn't have the goal
Mm-hmm.
in it. I didn't really believe in myself that I could do
Mm-hmm.
it because there was no one out there that kind of represents such kind of looking person that you can say, oh, he can do it, and you kind of look up to it. I might be able to do this, or I wasn't within that around a circle of friends who did that kind of thing. So it was just fortunate
Oh.
that I managed to get into the acting world because of martial arts. That people I teach were into
Oh.
stunt industry, into acting. So I kind of got introduced into that world. But yeah, probably spent maybe less time in the World Championship, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret it because it made me who I am today.
Great. So tell us more about what martial arts is all about, especially the stick fighting. You're
Um,
you're the expert in like stick. You call it stick fighting,
yeah,
right?
stick fighting.
The
Yeah,
arnis,
stick
arnis
fighting
in
or
Tagalog,
Philippine
right?
martial arts. Yeah, yeah. Arnis in Tagalog or Scream Madame South. It's a self-defense kind of format. I mean, it's also used for military. I use it for health and fitness. And really, end of the day, was my hobby. It wasn't. I wasn't like dreaming. I'm gonna open a gym. I'm gonna make it work for my job. It just kind of happened because I originally trained as a graphic designer. So I was a graphic
Oh,
designer
okay.
for about 10 years. And then I did martial art as a sideline, like just teaching for hobby. And then it just grew. People
Oh.
wanted to be taught more because I'm a very diligent kind of instructor and very
Mm-hmm.
specific on what I teach. So I think they kind of sort of like liked the way I was teaching, and the people that I was teaching were becoming good as well. So it kind of sort of like showed them that what my instruction was teaching them was I wanted them to be better than me. So I think that also rubbed off in their ways of, oh, okay, I like the way he teaches because he wants me to progress better. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which I always do with people that I teach. But yeah, it's
Oh.
really an accident, really, to be honest. It was more of a hobby than anything else, and it just grew by itself. Like having my own gym was never really being a plan from the beginning. It was
Mm.
always just, oh, I'm just part-time job. You know what I mean?
All right. So how would you introduce stick fighting to people who doesn't know it?
I would probably introduce it into like say if they've seen movies to can relate to, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
Jason Bourne or Batman or Arrow. So have you seen this? This is where it's kind of like ideally made from, or where what they've used it in, and and also I'll make it into like a funny way, like learn yourself self-defense. Maybe you need it for for self-defense in the street somewhere. Your boyfriend's trying to mug your money or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that kind of stuff. So yeah, yeah, I do a lot of Barrier Fiesta stuff that I introduce martial art
Oh,
to
okay.
the community. Yeah, so I advertise as well online, social media, and all that stuff.
Great. Tell us about your routine to keep fit. Obviously, you need to keep fit and the speed, the stamina. So how much time do you spend like um, exercising, keeping yourself fit every day?
For me, it's daily. Yeah, it's daily. I mean, if I'm in a competition level, I would train solid 6 days a week for 3 months. This is I would
Mm.
spend probably 2 3 hours a day
Wow,
doing my
3 hours. Yeah.
cardio and yeah, and bag work. That's competition level. I mean, maintenance wise, I don't really do as much as I used to. I just do very short workouts and just maintain my health really. But yeah, for world level, if you compete, it's 3 to 2 months training, continuous non-stop running, 7 miles a day, eating healthy. I would say about 3 to 4 hours training per day.
3 to 4 hours. Wow.
Yeah, that
Great,
takes a
great,
lot.
great.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time.
So let's just welcome all those who are coming in. Reese Edward Noval Payot. Brad Worst. You know who Brad Worst is? That's Eric. George
Oh, I
Chanel's. Thank
can't
you
see
for
people.
watching. Oh,
I
okay.
can't see people coming in. Oh,
Hmm.
I see. Oh, I see them now.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, I can see people. Oh, okay, it's like running down. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then Nigel Law, Jefferson Ruma Feliciano.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Derek Ramon is watching as well.
Oh, I can only see
What's that?
two people
Ask him.
on the thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I can't see who's
Derek
watching
Ramon has
on
got
my
a
screen. So,
question here.
hello,
Ask him about his role.
hello,
Okay, we'll
Derek.
come to that one, Derek. I saw your I saw that you uploaded a video, during championship, right? You have that
Yeah.
pink shoes that you always wear during
Oh yes,
championship.
yes, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, my
tell
pink
us more
shoe is
about
like
that one.
yeah, the pink shoe is like my signature with my shorts. Um, because I like to make something like kind of funny. Because when I fight and I compete, I like to entertain the audience. So that's what I
Wow,
love
yeah.
about competition, because they love the way I fight, because I make it look entertaining. So I'm always like I'm kind of like, I won't say to brag, but I'm kind of like Manny Pacquiao in stick fighting. People will root
Mm,
for me, or that makes it look so exciting. I like to make it
yeah,
exciting so people can watch it and enjoy it. Because in the day, I'd like to advertise the Filipino martial arts and how to show people how to fight, properly. So yeah, when I put these on with the shorts with a smiley face in the back of my shorts, was off my friend who was a Muay Thai fighter. He started it. No, tell a lie. It was my friend who was a motorbike racer. He started it. He crashed from his motorbike, and his bum landed on the tarmac, and it kind of ripped. So they were trying to
hmm.
stitch it, and it made a smile. So we followed
Oh, I
for
see.
my friend who was a motorbike racer. Yeah. So we put smile on. Oh, that's my auntie saying hi. For Auntie Linda. Yeah. So we got that smiley face for our stick fighting, and then the pink shoe came later because I wanted to make a statement kind of thing. So it kind of a bit showy. You know what I mean? So it's nice,
Yeah,
and people would remember you when they fight. You know what I mean?
exactly. Especially when you win, isn't
So
it? That's
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
signature.
When you win, it's good, but when you
Imagine that
lose, it's
you're,
not so good.
but you still made people happy because of the way you did it. You inject
Yeah,
fun into that
yeah,
very
yeah. That's
intense
what it's
fight.
about. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
intense
yeah.
fun.
I want people like
I
to,
can just
yeah,
imagine.
yeah. Intense fun, enjoy. Everyone's enjoying it. Good sportsmanship. Because at the end of the day, us two fighters, we're friends. At the end of the day, we're training for the same thing. We want, both of us want gold. So yeah, we're there to do our job. Once we finish, we're friends afterwards. You know, which is so nice about
Right.
it.
Nothing personal, right?
Nothing personal, yeah. I fought so many good
Yeah, it's
friends
just
from the
professional.
British team, and yeah, we're just professional with
Exactly.
them. We train with each other. End of the day, we fight in the ring. Once in the ring is finished, it's leave it there, and we're best friends at the end of it. So, which is so good about it.
Great, great, great. So, Derek Ramontinhoso here has got a question. So, how did you end up in with PTUK? You started with the
Yeah, that was
Aswang, right?
a
So, who invited you?
yeah,
How
that was a
did you
very
get
good
into
story.
PTUK?
Yeah, that was a very good story. Yeah, I swung. I was only doubling. I started to double in acting actually. I did my very first commercial, which really was for O2, and it's a really bad one. I didn't even. I got like £50 for it for an extra. So because I taught someone who was doing stunts, I started going, okay, let's delve into in this kind of area. So I started doing extra work,
Mhm.
and then I met one of the girls from theatre, and she remembered me from one of these work that I did. I think it might have been working a film. It was filmed in Chinatown, and she remembered me there. And then to keep it short, she rang me one day, and I was with my son Andre having a Sunday lunch in a pub, and she just rang me out of the blue. Goes, "Oh, Alex, do you remember me?" I went, "Kind of." You know, when someone rings you, you can't quite remember, and you just say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
do." And he goes, "Oh, are you still into acting? You interested?" I went, "Well, yeah, yeah, of course." And he goes, "Oh, this might be a role for you. This guy just dropped out." To theatre, and someone told
Mhm.
me before, trying to get yourself into theatre to get your acting better. You know what I mean? And my acting wasn't that good at that time. It's not that it's great now, but it was workability. You know what I mean? Working. I was a little bit shy still.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh yeah, it's on. If you're interested, you need to go now." I'm like, "Oh damn!" I'm like, "I'm having a dinner." I'm like, I could have just simply said, "You know what? No, no," because I'm house. I didn't know where is somewhere outside London. And then I met Ramon and all the other guys from theatre, and he goes, "Oh, I was really nervous. I was with Andre, my son. We came into this house. He goes, "Oh, very welcoming. So
Mhm.
very Filipino type. kind of welcoming. You know how Filipinos are, come in, have food, sit down, you know, hello ate and
Yes.
all that. And then they, I think Ramon was there, interviewed me a little bit, and I had to say a few dialogues in the actual scene. I was, you know, I was pretty nervous. It
Mm-hmm.
was quite a big scene actually. I had to take over. It was, I think, Father Angelo's scene.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you did it, didn't you? It was yours. You did the
Yeah.
Father
Yeah.
Angelo scene. Yeah, so I did that.
I was separate.
Obviously, there were. I think, yeah, I think the show was in 3 weeks' time, and I had a massive dialogue, and he goes, and they were like, "Oh,
Oh.
you just came out of like heaven, and they're just saving us." I'm like, "Do you want to take the job?" After that, I went, "Well, if you think you're like I'm good enough," I said, "Okay." But then I was really nervous because I think they believed in me, so that was really nice. But taking the role of Father Angelo for 3 weeks, so I had to learn all these lines in three
Yeah.
weeks. And again, I went back to my martial art days. Is always focus, focus, and you know do a good job. I mean, yeah, I was thankful that I was introduced to this to the group um, to enhance my acting skill even better. And it's worked, and it's I loved it. I mean, there was a friend of mine who did encourage me to get into theatre, and it was so weird
Mm-hmm.
because that month I was like looking, how can I get to theatre? Then someone rang me on that
There you
following
go.
week. I said, oh, you're interested? I went, wow. And then here I am. I'm still in the theatre, and I'm loving it. I enjoy it, and I always advise people who are acting or starting in acting newly,
Mm-hmm.
who just qualified in part-time drama. I always tell them take on theatre if you want to
Theater.
get
Yeah.
better, because a lot of good
Exactly.
actors are from theatre background. So yeah, so it's a big change.
So, among all the roles that you've done with PTUK, what was your favorite role?
Um, it's quite hard. I've done quite a few. I would say Aya was fun
Mm-hmm.
to do because it kind of sort of like it was a bit like my character and it involved Filipino martial art and it was a very good one to do because it kind of highlighted the Filipino community of what we do. So that
Mm-hmm.
was nice. But I think I would say Migrant. Migrant was a tough one. Migrant was the hardest one. I
Okay.
think it kind of tested my acting ability and I wanted it so much because this one
Mm-hmm.
part that I couldn't do was to cry. And it was such an emotional drama scene and I don't like drama in a way, but I love it now, you know. And
Okay.
and doing it in Philippines was even amazing. I think that was like a crown jewel in my lifetime to actually even get myself involved in front of people or students that've never seen theatre and getting involved with other people who were also volunteers creating this theatre in a school was even more amazing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because as you know, theatre in Philippine theatre is very volunteer, and we volunteers when we do this for to help the charity and all that. So yeah, I think I would say Migrant taking on the role of um can I forget his
Kyle.
name? Kyle. Yeah, Kyle
Is it
Montgomery.
Kyle?
Yeah,
You forgot your role.
yeah, yeah. Kyle Montgomery. That was a tough one. Yeah, that was a really tough because
Tough one.
I would think it was 15 scenes, I think, and I was in
Mm-hmm.
majority of it in all of them, and I had to change costume like non-stop in that 30, 40 degrees heat. Was just a killer. It was mad, but it was yeah. I think that was probably the best role I had in it because it was tough and because it was emotional to
Mm-hmm.
project in front of people. And my uncles and my aunties were there. Not that Aya was in a similar. I think Aya was a lot easier for me because of migrants. Because I managed to tap in on how to get that emotional drive out, and I think
Mm-hmm.
migrant did a lot into my acting world. Developed myself on how to be not shy in front of people, which I'm normally a very shy person. So even though
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fighter, I was still shy and that kind of broke my ice. And especially Aswan when I had to dance with Victoria. I think that scene was
Oh yeah.
hard. That was like we couldn't get it right on the rehearsal day. You know, we did rehearse in my gym to play that acting again and again. And I remember Derek was getting angry with us, like, just do it, like you know, as if you're doing it as a love scene. He said, yeah, it's easier said than done, you know. But we managed to do it on the day, which was amazing, you know. And we managed to change different ways of different days because theatre. What I love about theatre
Yes.
is
Yes.
not every day is the same, so it's
Exactly. Yeah.
unique,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, loved
What
it.
was
Yeah.
what was one thing that the theater arts has taught you?
Um, perseverance,
Mm-hmm.
respecting people, working as
Mm-hmm.
a team, always take responsibility no matter what role you have, whether you're a lead, you've got a minor
Mm-hmm.
role. Everyone's has an equal importance to them. Because without this character in that play, wouldn't make the play. If you understand what I mean, it only needs
Mm-hmm.
one actor to drop out. The whole play is no good. So it's about working as a team as a whole. So imagine you've got 20 people in that theatre. I mean,
Yeah,
Philippine
yeah.
theatre, I think we were about 25 people, including the crew at the back, were working as hard as us, changing the props, the prop managers, all them, the lighting people, doing the lights and the visual. It's crazy, crazy production, but it's a fun art. Yeah, I think working in a team, I think taught me a lot as a group, and then training with each other for the next
Mm-hmm.
6 months on learning lines and line bashing. Yeah, and trusting each other as well as an actor. I think that's probably the most difficult
Exactly.
thing. Yeah, I think it's good learning curve.
So with all the productions that you've done, the behind the scenes, did you have any like memorable experience that something gone really wrong, and those behind the scenes that we don't see? Have you got those
Yeah, like
experience? It
props
is a
not
live
there or
production,
props.
right? Anything can go wrong.
Yeah. We had a few like a
Anything memorable
theater,
that
but
uh,
yeah,
probably someone doesn't know about it?
yeah. I don't think it's best to to air it on the line. We've got a few secrets that we're not allowed to say. But yeah, a few things like props drops or like props not there and people getting angry in the backstage, running
Yeah.
around like mad, or sometimes forgetting how to put things in. Your bums is displayed and you've got trying to try and look after each other.
Hmm.
Um, not to go out in in the wrong costume.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
I think there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. It's just so
Exactly.
funny.
Especially it's dark and everybody's quiet
Yeah,
and
dark, and you got people running around coming scene after scene. I mean, I think the actors and the crew are the only people that can't see their own play. The only people that see
yeah,
their own play is the one that does the lights in the way and
yeah,
visual, but we don't see any of it. We're so focused, and that is it 2 hours or 3 hours show. It's just gone like
yeah.
that. It's such manic, and after it's like, damn, is that done? And then you're on to the next day. Then 4 days gone, you're like, what happened? And then you kind of miss it after that. After our next production, you're like, oh, when can I do it again? Yeah.
Right. So Ermar Alexander is also an actor. You appear in movies as well. So tell us more about your who Ermar is as an actor in the movie, the movies that you've done, and you remember your first movie break?
I don't think I've broke. I've made a break yet, so I'm still working at it. Um, I've done a lot of extra jobs where I appear in a lot of a few scenes in like Star Wars or Ready Player One,
Hmm.
Artemis Fowl. I did for like 21 days as like kind of spec kind of work, and I appeared in that in a few scenes. Um, done a few short films, but I haven't done major film at the moment. But I'm still on the work trying to get there. So yeah, yeah, no
You're
broken,
gonna
no,
get
no, I
there
haven't
one day.
broken yet. Yeah, yeah.
You're
One
gonna
day,
get
that's the
there one
goal.
day.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah,
So I think
exactly.
the idea is not to give up, but yeah, that's the plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What is your dream role to play?
A dream
Dream role to
role.
play.
Hmm.
Yeah, whether it's in stage or whether in film.
Probably drama. Probably like something to do in Philippines. Yeah. Maybe playing something like one of the politicians, maybe a drama. I do
Oh,
like action as well, so I've wrote a few things that would kind of highlight Filipino martial arts. Yeah, I would love to do action actually. There's one action that I'd like to make if it will happen. I've wrote something 3 years ago. It's an action for Filipino martial arts, and
okay.
hopefully one day it might get made. Yeah.
Any actress that you would like to work with?
On screen.
Yeah, or in play?
Uh, ah,
Sharon
Judy
Stone, you
Dench is
said?
it's
Like Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone. Yeah, Judy Dench would be good to play with. That'd be nice. Yeah, she's such a good actress. I met her in Artemis Fowl. She's just got a good presence in her. Yeah, Judy Dench. Daniel Craig guy is quite nice. Yeah, yeah, one
Right.
of them. Yeah, maybe The Rock actually. Play with The Rock. I met Rock in the Hobbs and Shaw. But yeah, acting beside him, I think that would be quite funny. Yeah.
Right. So, which one would you choose? Film or stage play? Which one would you like to focus on more?
I don't know. Well, at the moment, I'm gonna focus more on screen now. But I do love my theatre. That's the thing. I did promise myself I was gonna do at least lead roles in theatre, like three or
Mhm.
four, so that to step my name forward. And then after that is to start picking up on screen. But if there's a role in theatre that I can get a good role, I won't say no to it. But I would want to do probably one or two more lead roles in theatre, and then after that, I
Mhm.
would like to step down, give other people to have a go. But if they need me and they need support and all that, I won't say no. But yeah, I think this year, unfortunately, the COVID thing is kicked in, was going to be
Yeah.
my screen year. I've had a lot of bookings for the screen, and then I was going to slow down more on theatre and concentrate more on maybe a smaller role. I think I would wanted to do one more lead role in theatre,
Mhm.
and then concentrate more on the screen and start getting into
Understand.
feature films. So yeah, so probably screen is my priority at the moment. But I did tell Direct that I wanted to do one more lead if it's in his hand. There was one script I think is supposed to go out, and I asked I want to be a lead if possible. One more lead, and there might
Why
be a
not?
production
Why
in
not?
Philippines. Yeah, in Philippines, I would love to do lead in Philippines, or at least one of the main characters, because I love
Mhm. Mhm.
theatre in Philippines because I like to show people that have never seen theatre, and I think for me
Mhm.
that's quite really close to the heart because I grew up in a poor family, and I probably would never know what theatre is if I'd never gone here, and a lot of my family has probably never seen theatre. So introducing it to to Manila, and I think hopefully we're going to go to Direct's hometown and produce something there. And one day maybe hopefully I'd like to produce something in my own hometown as well, and maybe act in it as
Wow.
well.
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah. But
You'll
yeah, so
be
theatre is still in my heart. So
you'll be direct Ermar. The next one. Direct Ermar,
the direct will still
right?
be there. No, no, I'd like to help the Philippine theatre. So yeah, yeah, I would still be involved.
Martial arts or acting?
Hmm. Now, yeah, it's an easy one actually. Acting now, but I still love martial
Acting.
arts. So I'm getting to that age where my body doesn't work as well, you know, to what it used to be when I was 20 years old. And I think acting is
Mhm.
more of a soft balance and it's more creative. And because I used to do painting before back, I was at college, and I do love painting. And I find acting in the same formula, in the same artistic way. It's like painting on canvas, And I think acting is such a massive art and hard to learn, and you don't know how to master it. I like the challenge in acting. It's very challenging to actually master it, to be good at it, to do it in front of people, and it's still a mystery to me. And I always ask people who's been doing it for a long time. I always ask for their advice. I would say acting to martial art now. Yeah, but I still love martial art, but it's not my high focus now because a lot of people want me to go back fighting. I do miss fighting because
Okay.
adrenaline, but I'm like, if there's
Mhm.
acting involved in one side of this fighting, I would always steer myself to acting side as priority.
Great. So, what are your realizations during this pandemic?
Um, it's hard. I mean, I think keeping people motivated. I mean, I've been teaching my majority of my students online, so I think to keep them sane, to be honest. So I mean, for myself, I'm kind of sort of like I'm not into. I'm kind of sort of like I find myself busy myself, so I don't find it too much. It's affecting the business. That's the only issue at the moment, and I can't do the acting side. That's about it. But the rest of that it's a shame what's happening to the world. Sorry, my
Mhm.
computer's just gone off. Yeah, I mean it's taking longer than it should be, but I hope it won't take too long because it's affected a lot of business, including the issue.
Oh, we lost. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. So, anything to promote, Ermar? You have like a uh online classes going on at the moment for those who are
Yes,
listening right
yeah, yeah,
now and who's got
yeah. So
kids
we
who
have
would like
online
to go
classes.
into martial arts, stick fighting.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
learn self-defense
promote it to them
or
now.
support the yeah, I mean support the Filipino martial arts. You can do online learning at the moment. That's what I've developed. I think it's a good thing about the COVID happened is I had to develop my business or myself on how to teach people online, which I would never have really done because I'm always too busy. So it's giving me time to put online training. So if people want to learn, say, Screamer or self-defense, you can learn online on screamermaster.com. And at the moment, I'm running a Indiegogo campaign to help the gym run, um, to find finance. Because at the moment, as you can see, it's been what 3 to 4 months. I haven't been able to teach in my own gym, so the incomes is down to like 97%, and I'm still paying the full rent. So I'm still waiting for the grant as well from the government, which still hasn't come through. So I'm also have to develop on how to make income coming in to pay for the gym itself. So yeah, if you guys are looking to maybe donate a little bit, even if it's just £1, it will help massively. But yeah, but there's a course online that you can take up, which is reasonable, very cheap price, and then you can learn at your own home, at your own pace. And if you need to have me online to ask a few questions. It's also available there on Zoom.
Right. Is there any website that they can go to avail of these classes if they are
Yeah,
interested?
yeah, they can go to either hybridfma.com, which is the gym, which once they open it hopefully soon. And if they want to learn online, there's screamermaster.com. They can download the videos, or if they want to follow the campaign, which is Indiegogo, and look for Screamer Master Self Defense, that they can it should be on my Facebook as well. So if you look at my Facebook, there's a lot of links there.
All right. Let's just greet our viewers who are watching us tonight. Chela Valencia, thank you for watching. Paul Christopher Aguilar of Briley Care. Look at my pen there. I need a new one, bro. Victoria Gagante, one of our co-thespians in Philippine Theatre UK. Good evening to you both. Good evening too.
Yes, yeah.
And Derek Ramon said he forgot his shorts. When was that? Forgot your shorts.
Oh
Was it on
yes,
the actual play?
in Philippines, yeah, yeah, and Derek really scored me very badly. Yeah, I mean, I had. Oh yeah, that was the worst one actually. I had to go in stage either underwear or I think I had what do you call it? Like a towel, and
Oh my God.
someone moved my shorts, and I didn't have no, and my scenes was with shorts, and I was going, and I had like 2 minutes to get ready. She's like, oh, where is it? And I was like so panicking. It was like my scene already. I was running late. You either not go on or go on with a towel. And I went on with a towel, and it was funny because I was like half naked. I was going, oh, gosh, and Derek goes, what the hell's happening? And I was like, that was the worst part. Yeah, it was worse than funny, but I kept it cool. But yeah, at the end of it, I got a bollocking. But
All
sad to
right.
say, it wasn't. My shorts was there. So yeah, I would never do that again.
You found it in the end after the show. It always
Yeah,
happens.
I found it in the end. It was on
Yeah.
the other end of the stage. Yeah,
Not
that was really bad.
Yes, he came on stage without shorts, just towel. Molly Walker is also watching.
Yeah, just
Dio Mondejar is watching. Sharina Cruz Caras is watching. Ramon Teñoso is a good question. Hermel Ilagan from Romford is watching. Thank you. Ramon Teñoso, he did Kyle in Migrants twice in Manila. Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, twice. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Ask him about his role from IO last November that highlighted martial arts. Yes, yeah, he did mention. You did mention that one, didn't you?
Yeah,
Linda
yeah.
Simmons. Hi, Ermar, sending love. Yay.
That's my auntie.
Francis
Yeah.
Anche. Francis Anche, thank you for watching our matron here in St. George's. Brad Worst. Eric. He says, "Hey guys, great seeing you again. Bye, Master Alex." And Ramon Teñoso, Reese, Edward Nobal Payot, Brad Wers, George Chanels, Randy Batalla, very interesting topic. Thank you. Nigel Law, um, Jefferson Ruma Feliciano. Ask him about his role as Kyle twice in the Philippines in production of Migrants in the Philippines. Yep. Mimi Mill is watching. Thank you. Lisel Arcela, my classmate from the Philippines. Thank you for watching. Franz Batalia. I said Gaya Gaya. I think when I asked him about that question, quick fire questions, you answered the same thing. You both answered toes. The apart from your
Yeah,
face. That
yeah.
question. He answered
Yeah,
those as well.
sure.
He was my guest last week. Yeah. Aldwin Figuracion,
Oh,
thank you for
really?
watching. And Susan Lovejoy, your collab team in IO.
Yes. My co-actress, yes.
Uh, Congratulations, Master Bro Ermar Alexander. There you go. And that's it. So that's all we got time for. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ermar, for your time. And
Thank you for having me.
any words you would like to say to our viewers
Yes, thank you
and
for
listeners?
watching the show and for listening. I appreciate it. And stay safe and yeah, keep on watching Jeremy. He's got a good show here and it's good going. So yeah, keep it up. Thank you very everybody.
And of course, follow Ermar Alexander if you have
Oh
friends
yeah.
or your children who would like to get involved in martial arts to keep them fit, to keep them occupied, especially during these times, are learning how to do arnis or any type of martial arts, please get in touch with Ermar Alexander. He's a 6 times world British champion in martial arts. You can never go wrong. And also he's a very good actor. So you can
Well,
see all his works in his Facebook page. He sometimes posts like the shows that you've done, programs that you've done, films that you've done in your Facebook page, right? They can see that one.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So we still got some people coming in. Maria Fernandez Lopez, thank you for watching. Victoria said, take care and stay safe always. With a pride plug there. Yes, Vicky. Well done to you both. And don't forget to ask him about balot. What's balot? Direct
Balot.
Ramon said, don't forget to ask him about balot.
The chicken egg.
Ah,
The chicken egg we had in the Philippines.
oh, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
Emmy CIE is also watching. So, maraming salamat, Master Ermar Alexander, for your time. I know you're busy as well. And I wish you all the best of luck and stay safe, right?
Thank you. You too. Thank
So,
you. Thank you for
thank
having
you.
me on.
And
Thank you.
I hope one day we will get to work with each other again in Philippine Chat or UK. I would love to
Of
work with
course,
you.
I'm sure. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Let's make it happen.
All right. So thank you
Okay.
very
Thank you.
much. So
Bye.
ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
let's thank Ermar for guesting tonight. Thank you, bro. Maraming salamat.
Sige. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. There you go. So thank you everyone for watching JhermiNATION PV, our hub for arts and business. And of course, I would like to thank Hujo for the logo design. If you have any computer problems, you need logo designs, please get in touch with Hujo. He was the one who designed that JhermiNATION logo there. And I would like to thank Ches Carbonita Cruz for the personalized mask. There you go, Ches Carbonita Cruz. If you want personalized mask, get in touch with her in Facebook. And I've got my personalized mask there. JhermiNATION. I always wear that one every time I go on the underground. And of course, I would like to promote my beauty gadget, my 2 minute selfie time. Feel good and look good at the comfort of your own home in 2 minutes with my Lumi Spa. This is my deep cleansing and skin renewal facial gadget. There you go. If you want one of these, you know where I am. It's only 2 minutes twice a day. And of course, especially during these times, even before the COVID times, I'm always a believer of supplements. It's your booster especially during this COVID times, I never go without my nutritional supplements. Antioxidants should be high to give your body an optimum chance to fight against this COVID. And of course, our first wealth is our health. So, what else? Well done. Excellent job, guys. Thank you very much, everyone. And of course, Barley Care. That's my pen. Paul Susan was watching earlier. And Barley Care is care agency. The agency that truly cares. So if you're a nurse or a healthcare assistant, please get in touch with Briley Care Paul Zuzon on Facebook if you want to do some extra work for extra money. So that's it. So have a good night, everyone, and in a world where everybody hates a happy ending story, it's a wonder love that can make the go around. But don't let it bring you down. Turn your face into a frown. Get along with a little prayer and a song. Lift your head. Baby, don't be scared of the things that could go wrong along the way. You'll get by with a smile. Now it's time to kiss away those days goodbye. Let me hear you singing. Hello, Mark. Thank you very much again, everyone. Thank you for watching JhermiNATION, our hub for health, arts, and business. Susan Livejoy, Aldwin, Rands, Lizelle Arcela, Ramon Teñoso, Mimi Millie, Jefferson, Nigel Law, George Chanels, Bradworth, Rhys Edward Nubal, Francis Anchet, Linda Simmons, Hermel Ilagan, Sharina Cruz Caras, Dio Mondejar, Molly Walker, Victoria Cervantes Gigante, Paul Christopher Aguilar, Shelo Valencia, Cesar Mayet Velasco, Emicia, Eugene Arcila, Bina Durari. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you again on my next live streaming. Have a good night, everyone. Namaste.